Go on, then. That turn you on, too.
You're tapped, Tan. You need professional help.
Yeah, the only professional help I need is from a lawyer.
Don't even try and piss me about, Tan. You'll be very, very sorry.
Oh, well, I'm already sorry, aren't I? I'm sorry I ever married you.
Yeah? Well, the feeling's mutual, darling. Look at you. You're pathetic.
I only want to be happy.
No, you don't. You love being miserable.
Stop it, Jason.
I mean it. I've had it to here with your shit. I'm nothing but a cash machine to you, am I? You have lived rent-free in my property for long enough. I'm sick of being a mug. All right? It stops here.
Don't you love me?
No, I don't. You've nagged to death any love that I had left for you. You happy now?
Where are you going? Jason!
I mean, Tanya's obviously, she drinks a huge amount, but she'll always, if she's going to be drinking, the chances are she's going to have taken quite a lot of coke as well, because she likes to be on the ball. She's not someone who, you know, would very easily, you wouldn't find her slouched over a chair in a compromising situation, you know. She's there all the time, she's wired all the time, even without the coke, because she's got to be, you know, she's got to keep on her toes.
Looks like it was all a blind about Biaggi then, Tan. You haven't heard any more?
No, not yet. Mind you, I might flash a bit of leg at Stefan.
Good luck, you need a can opener to get anything out of him.
No, it's a shame his wife's in Germany.
Mind you, Donna got a bit of a smile out of him, didn't you, Donna?
Sorry?
Stefan Hauser.
Does he say anything to you about what his plans might be?
Plans about what?
About what do you think, Donna? His next cruise at the blue bloody Danube?
Tanya's a bit tense on the subject, Donna. This Biaggi's a midfielder. Oh, same place as Jason.
At the moment, she doesn't want any more than to be where she is, but the thing with Tanya and Jason is that it could go at any second, because he's a liability. And so, therefore, it's about maintaining what she has at the moment. You know, if, you know, she's not silly as well. I mean, Jason's, he's like 29 now, and he's gone over his, you know, he's not over his sell-by date, but he's really, you know, virgin on that. So, you know, the chances are that in the next few years, he's probably end up going to go into, like, coaching or, you know, so the glamour's not going to be there. So she's just got to cash in on it as much as possible while it's all going on. And who knows, you know, maybe a younger model might come along in the near future just to make sure that, you know, she's constantly remains the captain's wife. I don't know. I know she, yeah, she loves it.
Well, there's no point beating about the bush. I'm worried sick about Jason.
He's his own worst enemy, that man of yours.
You don't have to tell me that. I live with him.
I heard you had words with Stefan.
Yeah? Well, I heard it was the other way around. Stefan had words with him. Is Jace on his way out?
We're all just passing through, Tanya. Jason could be here till he retires. Stefan knows how important he is to the fans. He could be the next bloody manager if he played his cards right.
What, so this Salvatore Biaggi, it's all rubbish?
It's just newspaper copy, look. If that's what's getting between Jason and his football, you can put his mind at rest on that one. But I'm warning him, and you can tell him I said this. A bit of forelock tugging wouldn't go amiss. And if you could work up a sweat in training.
I'm getting the picture.
And tell him to put a smile on his face.
But she doesn't have many female friends. In fact, she's got very few friends at all. She's not a trusting person. As I've already said, she's got to look after number one. And Jason is her best friend, even though he doesn't treat her like a friend, you know, in many ways. But they've been together through all these things, and they've been together for, you know, it's about 8 years now. So With regards to the other woman, with the other women, I think that she feels a superiority over the other women. She knows that she's much brighter than the other women in the group. And she also knows that they look to her for sort of advice or occasionally a shoulder to cry on, albeit not always a great one, because she can be in the middle of a conversation with somebody who's got some sort of emotional problems and she'll suddenly think of something she's got to do and she'll be out of there. But women do like her when she lets them in, and she likes people when she lets them in. But as I say, not many friends in general, really. A good party person, you know, a good sort of associate.
Oh, I had half the press turn up at my do. It was all when Jason was this rising star. You know. Well, I was a PR virgin, and I was all like, hey, look at me. Until I saw myself all over the tabloids with my knickers over my head.
Well, I mean, I loved it as an actor. It was great, because they're all the best parts to play, you know, when you find yourself getting in trouble that in real life you would, I don't think, well, you go to prison. And so she's absolutely not doing time, so that's why the stakes are so high. But I love all that, because it's all kind of high drama, you know, and it's all a bit... I mean, all that stuff with the nurse, with Nurse Dunkley, people couldn't believe it when that storyline came out. They were like, no! I mean, how you see people on the bus go, oh, my God, did you see Nurse Dunkley last night? She shagged the chairman. And it's like, I know, you sit there going, oh, God, it does sound... I mean, this guy's in a coma and she's riding him. I mean, it is so off-key. But, I mean, the worst thing is when I had to walk into those rooms, the times when I caught her, and I have to walk in and there's this whole kind of... It's so difficult to do it, because you just want to laugh, especially when she turns around and goes...
Don't worry. I'm not jealous. You can have both of us. Can't you, Frank?
Jesus!
As soon as I walk onto Footballers' Wives, I believe our world, you know? I think the instant you start kind of turning around and saying, but that wouldn't really happen, that wouldn't happen, well, it does, and it has, and this is what is happening in our world, so you deal with it. It's real for these characters, it's real, this is Tanya's life, this is what's happening in her life, so you live in the moment with the script, and it's all like, oh, good Lord, what's going to happen next? Series 1 was when I was on the tube and all coke fell out of my nose, but it was actually glucose, which obviously I'd been snorting in one of the scenes. I'd get the tube home at the lunchtime, and I was sat on the tube, and I kind of, there were these guys looking at me, and I've told this story before, but there was these guys looking at me, and I was kind of feeling myself feeling self-conscious, you know, if someone's really staring at you, like, so I kind of went like this anyway, all this white powder fell down, I had this black top on. The worst thing was I was more mortified about the fact that it was like, 12 in the afternoon and I was on my own, and I couldn't make eye contact with these guys. I was just kind of kept my head down and just hoped that I don't know what they must have thought. Well, I know exactly what they must have thought, but I was very embarrassed. I could feel myself go really hot and sweating and everything. Yeah. So, but apart from that, just fun. I think they write Tanya so brilliantly anyway. She's an incredibly... They write her as a very strong, determined woman. I'd just like to see her at some stage, but this is the romantic Zoe coming out here, but I would like to see her love and be loved hugely in return, and for her to be happy, because I think despite, not forever, because we like that there's a bit of, that there is that tragedy there, and I'm sure that, I can't imagine her ever being blissfully happy, but it would be nice just for a few weeks to see her just be adored, and for her to, do you know what I mean? But in terms of anything else, I would be pretty surprised if there's anything that they don't come up with for Tanya, because they write her brilliantly anyway. I mean, she gets up to just about everything. There's not much left for her to do, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure there is. Watch this space.